Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, today we're going to create a custom global footer with a live call button. And this is a great thing to have on your site. If they click on the button, if they're on a desktop, it'll prompt them to make a call. If they're on a mobile, they can make the call directly. It'll pop up and say call this number. Really easy to do. So let's get started. If you like this video today, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That lets me know whether I need to make more videos on a particular topic or not. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is go down to my dashboard. I'm going to presume that you've got a menu created. If you haven't, you can go down to Appearance and Menus and create one. Okay, to create the global footer we need to go down to Divi, down to Theme Builder. There's mine. I'm just going to trash it and we'll start from scratch. To start from scratch, just click on Add Global Footer, Build Global Footer. I'm going to build mine from scratch. And I'm going to use something like this column setup. You can make your footer as complex as you want. I'm going to keep this fairly simple today with a logo, a bit of dynamic content, a menu, and of course the live call button. So I'm going to put my logo in the left hand column here. I'm just going to use an image. You can do that with the menu, but I prefer to separate them so I can keep them central. And of course Divi comes with all these modules as standard, and there's plenty enough to build just about any site. If you're using WooCommerce, you get an extra dozen or so to display your products with. I'm going to hit the image, add my logo. There's my logo. I'm simply going to pop that in there. Design wise, all I'm going to do is I want this to be in the center of the actual column that it's in. That's fine. Okay, let's move on to the middle column now. And I'm going to add a menu module. Like I say, I presume that you've made your menu already. And the only one that I've got, if you haven't got one, it's going to start off as select a menu. I'm going to switch mine to footer menu, which is the one I've got displayed there. And there's my footer menu. Okay, again, the only thing I'm going to change here is I'm going to pop that in the middle. So layout, I'm going to have it center aligned. I'm not going to change the text or anything. As with most Divi modules, you can style the text. You've got colors, sizes. Divi's got a huge amount of fonts to choose from. You can simply just hover over, choose the font. It'll give you an example. I'm going to use the default today. And of course you can color it, size it, capitalize it, do anything you want with it. I'm going to leave mine just like that. Okay, what I'm going to do underneath is just put a quick copyright statement in, and we'll use a bit of dynamic content so we never have to update the date. So I'm going to hit the little grey module, or little round circle there, add a new module. Simply going to go down to the bottom, get a text right here. Inside here, I'm going to delete what they've got there. And the little sort of disk icon right here is dynamic content. And what dynamic content is it pulls from your database that makes up the WordPress site there. So I'm going to click on that. It'll ask me what I want to put in, titles, etc. I want to put the current date in, but I really only want the year. I don't want the March 26th bit up there. So before the actual date, I'm going to put a copyright symbol. I'm using an Alt code for this today. So if I hold down the Alt key and type 0169, it'll give me the copyright symbol. I'm going to give it a space. Then I want the date to come in. And after the date, I want to put a gap and then the company name. And I'm going to put a pipe in, which is usually above the Enter key there with a shift. And I'm going to say, okay, like I said, I don't want the whole March 26, 2021 up there. I just want the 2021. And of course, next year that'll update to 22, etc. So the date format, I'm going to drop down. I'm going to say custom, And on the drop down, if you look, you've got M, J and Y. M is the month, J is the day, Y is the year. All I want is the Y itself. So I'm going to put it on custom. I'm simply going to put a capital Y in there. There we go. So we've got copyright system 22, all rights reserved. Fantastic. Now I want to pop that in the middle. So I've gone to the design tab, text, and I'm going to just simply align it to the center. Great. Okay, now let's do the live call button itself. And for this, I'm going to hit the little module. I'm going to use the blurb module simply because it's got an icon with it. And I'm going to simply write call now. I'm going to delete the content bit here. I really don't have any content. If you scroll down a little bit, I'm still on the content tab here. I'm going to add an icon. Hit the use icon button right here. And they've got a sort of modern telephone. They've got the old style bone type telephone as well. I'm going to use a modern iPhone looking one today. There it is right there. Now I'm going to go over to my design. That's all I want to do on the content tab. We're going to come back and add the link for this in a minute, but let's go to the design, image and icon. Well, I want to circle my icon. That'll put a little circle around it. I'm going to make my icon white. I'm going to make the circle color black. I'm also going to put a border around it that's white. You won't see much. Well, you can see the blue one now, but I'm going to make it white so it'll disappear into the background there. And down below is image icon placement. I want to put mine on the left. That's great, but I want it to be a little bit bigger than that. So I'm going to use icon font size just below there. Hit the switch. And let's bring it up to something looks more sensible. Something like that. Let's round it up to 45. Okay. Now let's get our little call now text. I want it to be in line more with my icon right there, and I might bold it up just a little bit. So let's go on down to text just below. That's actually the heading, so let's skip the text and go to title text, and I'm going to make it perhaps semi-bold. That's better. And I'm going to go down to line height and pull it up until that's in the middle there. Somewhere in the middle. And if it doesn't go far enough, you can increment up more with the little arrows, or you can type in a value right here. I think that's going to work fine just there. Okay, a few more things we've got to do here. Let's actually add the link that's going to make it a live call button. So if we go back to our content tab, I'm going to go down to link. I'm going to link the whole module, the module link URL. We simply need to write in tel, T-E-L, colon, country code, area code, and number. And there it is. As long as you put the tel and the colon in front, that will become a live call button. And we can leave it in the same window because it's not actually going anywhere. It's just going to prompt them to call. Okay, let's save that. Let's put a little background color behind our section. Blue tab for a section, green tab for a row. Going to go into the section, hit the little cog right there. Background. I'm going to make it black, but that's not going to work with my logo, so I'm going to make it into a grey. So I'm going to click on the black and pull it up to whatever color works for you. Something like that's fine. And I'm also, while I'm in here, going to take any padding away that's top and bottom, because this is way too wide at the moment. So I'm going to hit the design tab, spacing. I'm going to put a 0 in the top, hit the link and do the same for the bottom. That's going to skinny it up a little bit. And we've got a bit of a background color going on there, so I want to take that one away. That's in our actual module, so let's save this. Here's the module. Let's go down to background on the content tab. Simply hit the trash can icon. There we go. Fantastic. Now, another last little tweak you can do, of course, like I said before, you can make this as as complex or as simple as you wish, simple like I've got it here. Might stretch this row out so it fills the whole thing here. And I might want to take this module up so it's a little closer to our menu up there, so the footer's not quite as deep. And again, these are cosmetic tweaks that only you will decide to do, but if you want to take this up a bit, we can use a bit of negative margin by going in there, little cog, design, spacing, and the top margin. If you hit the down arrow, it'll give you a negative value. You can keep clicking to pull it up, or you can type in a negative value by selecting the number. Let's try 30. It's a little too much. Let's do 20. There we go. I think that's going to work fine right there. Now, last thing, if you wanted to, you could make this row full width by going into the row, the green tab right here. Design, sizing, width. I'm going to slide this up till it's 100% there. I'm going to copy the 100%, Control C, and paste it down below in the max width. Control V to paste, or you can type it in if you prefer. We've now got a full width section there. We've lost our negative padding on that, so I'll have to redo that. Let's go back in here, go to our design, spacing, and redo this. We'll take it down, just delete that, and we'll do it one more time, and we know it was -20. Make it a bit more this time. There we go, and I think that works nicely. Let's save our changes. So we're pretty much done here. One thing I will mention before we get out of here is, because we've put this little module with a bit of negative margin to bring it closer to here, sometimes in the Visual Builder it's going to be under the one on top, so you can't get to it very easy. If that happens to you, hit the little purple button down here, go over to wireframe mode, which is the little icon on the left over here, and you can access it easy that way. Once you're inside, you can flip back to whatever view you were working with. Save your changes. We'll save our page changes. Exit out up there. Make sure everything's saved up here. Save changes. Now let's go to our page. There's our old footer. It's a little deeper. Let's refresh and we should see our new footer here. There we go. And there's our new footer down the bottom right there. A live call button. Like I say, on computer it'll prompt them to call. On a tablet or a mobile that's got cellular service, it'll call it automatically for them. That's a nice little feature to have on your site. So there you go guys, how to create a global footer with live call button. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.